Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. We're back with another fight pick. Donald Cerrone v Niko Price, Cowboy v the Hybrid. Firstly, before we dive into this, thanks to everyone who's commented over the last few weeks. More videos are coming soon. Please like the videos, please subscribe, and we'll get back to your comments ASAP. So let's quickly compare the stats. Cowboy, he's had 52 fights. He's been around forever. Niko's had 19. They're both around the same height. Cowboy's listed as 6 foot on some websites, 6'1" on others. This fight is at welterweight, and Niko Price has a 3-inch reach advantage and a 2-inch leg reach advantage. And age-wise, Cowboy's getting there. He's 37, going on 38. Niko Price is 30. Cowboy's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Niko Price is a brown belt. That's about it, really, for the measurements. Anything you want to add, Andrew?
It's an interesting one. On the one hand, you've got Donald Cerrone, who, as you said, he's a veteran. He is getting on a bit. He has looked excellent in some fights. He's looked pretty woeful in other fights, especially recently. He's on a four fight losing streak.
Yeah.
Part of me feels like this could be Donald Cerrone's retirement fight because, how many times can he get knocked out?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nice to call it quits.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think this is a less than ideal matchup for Cowboy and a really good matchup for Niko. And I say that because Donald Cerrone, he doesn't do well when he's swarmed. He doesn't do well with brawlers. He doesn't do well with people who bring the fight to him, and especially people who hit hard. And Niko Price is a brawler most of the time. He does hit hard. He's got 4 knockouts, 2 of which I would call real knockouts because one of them was an up kick from his back, one of them was hammer fist from the bottom, also from his back. They were both very strange. So he's got 2 legitimate knockouts with his fists. He does have decent boxing, although we saw his shortcomings in that regard against Vicente Luque, and even at times against Tim Means. So his boxing isn't particularly high level. But I think, well, actually, let me ask you this question: what do you think of his boxing?
I think Niko Price has got decent boxing. The way I see Niko Price is he's someone who will either get finished or finish, one of the two. This guy doesn't really do decisions. He doesn't lose via decision either that much. He'll either KO someone or possibly submit them. I think he has a submission in the UFC, or get knocked out himself. So I think his boxing's okay. His boxing defense isn't particularly great. He does get tagged, which obviously ties into the knockouts. Well, people knocking him out in the UFC. I think he has 10 knockouts overall from his 14 wins. So he hits very hard. He's a very entertaining fighter. I like watching him fight because you know what you get with him. He's going to come forward. He's going to throw big shots. He's powerful. Very stocky guy. Look at those shoulders, very wide.
He's got weird shoulders, hasn't he? Like he's got pointy shoulders.
Really wide. Yeah.
Pointy.
Like ridiculously wide. He's got a reach advantage here as well, 3 inches. So I think his boxing's pretty good. I think overall Cowboy is a better striker than him probably in terms of technique. But as you said, Cowboy's really, I agree with you. I think he's getting to the end of his career. 4 losses in a row. Okay, the last loss was a unanimous decision loss. It was competitive, but the 3 losses before that were quite quick TKOs. And particularly against Conor, he had nothing to offer whatsoever. And I just think it's a result of 52 fights. It's a result of his age. He's been beaten up really badly a few times, and he's just getting older, and he's losing his reflexes. He's a legend, but I think he should really consider retiring in the next few months, in my opinion.
Yeah.
52 fights is enough for him. And we have to bear in mind that he was also a professional kickboxer. He had 29 kickboxing bouts. I believe he won all of them, 19 by knockout. So this guy has had somewhere in the region of around 80 plus professional fights. That's a lot of hits to the head.
It is, yeah.
And he's 37. So I think this is probably the end of the road for Cowboy. However, I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps going because he's that kind of character. In terms of how I see the fight playing out, I agree with you. I think it's a bad fight for Cerrone. Nico's got power. His accuracy is... Let's check the stats on his accuracy.
It's not good.
So it's not as good as Cerrone's, but Cerrone's had a lot more fights. Significant strike landed per minute is the same. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a bad fight for Cerrone. I think he could potentially get knocked out in this quite early on.
Yeah, let's talk about Niko Price's game plan. I would say most of the time he comes out brawling.
Yeah, he does.
Occasionally for example, against Vicente Luque in their second fight, and at least at the beginning of the fight against Jeff Neal, he was more cautious. But particularly in the second Vicente Luque fight, he wasn't brawling at all. He stayed on the outside. I guess his game plan was to pump the jab, make the most of his superior reach, but it just didn't work. Vicente Luque just walked him down, lands lots of shots, and is basically a very clinical demolition by Vicente Luque. Like the difference in boxing was just, it was evident.
Yeah.
So if he comes in with that game plan against Cowboy, like he did with Vicente Luque, and staying on the outside, I think Cowboy's actually got a chance to win this.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Because Cowboy can just chew up his legs. Cowboy's got the shorter reach, but Cowboy can just chew up his legs, and I think do some damage at range. So Niko Price is not a good fighter at range. He's excellent in the pocket, brawling in the phone booth, amid the chaos, pushing the pace, pushing forward. He does really, really well. I think if he does that against Cowboy, this could be over extremely quickly. If he decides to stay at range, Cowboy could win this.
Cowboy could, and Cowboy has come off a 3-fight, loss streak, and he's gone on to win. I think it culminated in him being TKO'd by Till, and then after that he won a few. Cowboy could, but I don't think Niko Price will play that game with Cowboy. I think Niko Price probably played that game with Vicente because Luque's a very powerful striker. Younger.
Yeah, I'd imagine Niko Price had a lot of respect for Vicente
exactly.
Luque's striking.
He probably had a lot of respect for his power. I don't think he'll, not to say Donald Cerrone hasn't got power. He has knocked people out before, but most of his wins have been by sub. So I think Niko Price will rush him. And if he does that, I don't see Cerrone doing too well. Unless he, lands a amazing kick or punch, which could happen. But I favor Niko Price in this fight.
Yeah, so do I. I think if Niko Price does exactly what you say, then he'll win. And Niko Price has got a chin, so he can take big shots. I know he's knocked out by Abdul Razak. What's his name? Abdul
Razak Al Hassan. Yeah, the guy that Munel Aziz beat the shit out of recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's no shame in being knocked out by Abdul Razak Kassam.
Yeah, just call him Abdul.
Abdul.
Just call him Abdul.
Yeah, so there's
just
no
call
shame.
Him Gary.
Gary. So
Gary, good old Gary from Ghana.
yeah, there's no shame in being knocked out by Gary, because Gary is an absolute beast with
Yeah,
mega power. So
yeah,
Nico's he's got a chin, so he can stand in the pocket, he can take big shots and still stand there and throw them back. Whereas Cowboy's chin is
yeah.
mostly gone.
It's
I
pretty much
think.
gone. I think he's been knocked out 7 or 8 times, quite viciously.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
for anyone at home thinking of backing Cowboy, it's very difficult to back somebody whose chin is cracked. It's
yeah,
long term, it's a losing proposition. Even if Cowboy can win, it's just not a great idea, especially with someone who's got genuine knockout power like Niko Price.
exactly, and a longer reach.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think in terms of a prediction, I think Niko Price has got this. I've got a quick question for you. What are the odds on this?
Niko Price is a heavy favourite. Let me convert this into American odds.
Okay. Just have some water quickly.
Yeah, so Niko Price is a minus 160 favourite.
Okay.
And let's look at Cowboy quickly. 4 to 5. Yeah, so Cowboy is a plus 125 underdog. I don't think those are good odds for Cowboy.
Yeah. So from what you've said, there's potential value of putting Price in the cum. Are you confident enough to put him in the cum?
I don't know if I am.
Yeah, because Cowboy, they're both very unpredictable. Both very unpredictable fighters. Cowboys, yeah, they are.
There's if Niko Price is a minus 160 favourite, the implied probability of him winning is 62%.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of value there. I don't think. This is the kind of fight that, yeah, Niko Price probably wins.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need better odds than this, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't know.
Yeah, because he's not the most consistent as well. He's been knocked out in the last 3 or 4 fights, and he's also been submitted in the UFC. Cowboy's got a good submission game.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm thinking about this out loud.
Yeah.
It's borderline for the cum, I think.
Yeah,
I
I'd probably do a separate bet on this. Maybe check for a Niko Price knockout, which I think is the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
A Niko Price KO or TKO.
I might be overthinking this.
No, I don't think we are. They are both very unpredictable fighters. If Niko Price was coming off a 4-fight win streak, I'd be 90% certain. But I'm going with around 70%, so just slightly above the implied odds. I'm give it 70-30 to Niko Price, maybe 75-25.
Then by that reckoning, you've got 10-15% margin.
We're doing some serious mathematics here. Yeah, I think the main factor here is Donald Cerrone is getting to the end of his career, and 3 TKOs in his last 4 is not good. It's really not good.
No.
Yeah.
If I would put Niko Price in the cum. If his last fight wasn't against Vicente Luque, and if he didn't come out with that game plan, it's just that game plan just worries me, because that's not the game plan for him at all.
Yeah, I don't think he'll That was his second fight with Vicente Luque, by the way.
Yeah.
He's had 2 fights with him, right?
Yeah, he
And
lost the
Luque's
first
beaten him
one.
twice. Yeah, and Luque's beaten him twice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so anyway, I guess we should go to the predictions. I'm going to say Vicente Luque.
You mean Price?
Sorry, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's been a long day. I'm going to say Niko Price KO round 1.
Round 1. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what the odds are for that. I think Niko Price KO TKO round 2.
Do you think he needs that long?
That's a good point, actually, because Cerrone has been finished in round 1 quite a few times. But then again, Cerrone lasted against Pettis for 3 rounds, and it was pretty competitive.
Pettis is not.
He's not.
He's not what he was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stick to round 2. I'll stick to round 2. But I wouldn't be surprised if he KOs or finishes in round 1. I think he'll finish him in this fight. Niko Price will win this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for more fighter picks. They'll be coming out very, very soon. And thanks for watching. We'll see you very soon, I guess. Take care.
Bye.